everyone! Today I'm going to go over the Build Your Own Zoo project that you are doing for this week. I just want to go over a couple of the pages so you had some examples and you know what to do for each section. Again, you don't have to do this in any specific order. It's a project, it's up to you. So you do it however you think is best. The due date will be Monday, May 11th, so I have to have them turned in by then. We'll set up some Zoom meetings, or you can take pictures and email them to me. Those are the only ways to turn them in. Remember that May 15th is the last day of school, so I cannot accept any work after May 15th, so keep that in mind. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at this packet. The first page gives you a list of animals, and you were told that you have a budget of $1,000. So you can pick out whatever animals you want, and they're given a price, but you have $1,000 to spend. You cannot go over $1,000, but you need to get as close to it as you can. If you want to buy more than one animal, that's fine. So if I wanted to have 3 kangaroos, I could have 3 kangaroos. I just need to make sure I stay under my $1,000 budget. There is a page right after that. There's a couple pages of animals. There's a page right after that that gives you a place to keep track of what animals you have and how much they are. So if I wanted more than one kangaroo, I would find where kangaroo is over here. So quantity, I'm going to say I want 3 kangaroos. Their price was $83. And then I would write in my total. So I would multiply 3 times 83, and that would give me my total for how many kangaroos I have. So let's see, I would have 9. So I would have $243 that I've spent on kangaroos. And then down here, I need to write my total. How close can I get to 1,000 without going over? All right, after that page, you have this page with a bunch of squares on it. Before you do this page, you need to do the page behind it. So the zoo grounds. First, you need to measure all of your animals that you are buying, and then tell me their total length. How many inches are they? So again, for my example, if I have a kangaroo, I'm going to find a kangaroo in my packet. There's a bunch of pages of animals for you to measure. Okay, so I'm going to find the kangaroo. I would use a ruler to measure this line, and that will give me how many inches he is. We'll say he's 3 inches. Then on here, I can write, again, I'll find kangaroo, and I'll write 3 inches. So that tells me that about how much space he needs. So if I have 1 kangaroo, he's going to need 3 inches of space, but that's only for 1 kangaroo. If I have 3 kangaroos, they're going to need 3 times that space. So if a kangaroo is 3 inches and I have 3 of them, I'm going to need 9 inches of space for my kangaroos. Again, you can lay this out however you want. It is up to you. So I would just go ahead and find 9 boxes, and I'm going to label them kangaroo. So there's an example of that. I have space for all 3 of my kangaroos in my 9 boxes. If I only had 1 animal, I would only need one of the kangaroos, I would only need 3 of the boxes. Okay, so that's how you'll do that. You'll put all of your animals on here, so make sure they fit. Make sure also there's room for people to walk. If I have something right on top of my kangaroo or something right over here, people aren't going to be able to get past that. So keep that in mind. It does not need to be laid out like our zoo where all the animals from North America or South America are all together. You lay them out however you want. This is your zoo. All right, then after all of the pages of measuring all of the animals, you have a page that talks about a new exhibit. Okay, so on this new exhibit page, you just have to answer the questions. It gives you what animals are going to be in this new exhibit. It's a reptile and amphibian exhibit. And you need to answer these questions about how many windows they'll need. Down here, it gives you the shape in this box. It gives you the shape that their exhibit is in. And on the next page, all you have to do is draw their shape on their exhibit. So it tells me a lizard needs a quadrilateral shape. So I'm going to find my lizard and I'm going to draw a quadrilateral shape around him. Quadrilateral meaning 4 sides. Okay? Your shape can be different from mine. Again, it's totally up to you. Okay. Then we have Hal's Business. So you have 2 pages of Hal's Business. The first page and then the second page are the same. The first page has smaller numbers. The second page has larger numbers. You can pick which page you use. You are going to use these to make a bar graph. Your bar graph is going to go on this graph paper. Okay, so at the bottom, you're going to list each of your animals. So I'll have my kangaroo. I'm just going to make up some animals here. We'll say alligator. And we'll say elephant. You will probably have more animals than just 3, but I just want to show you an example. So then along the side you have the average number of visitors, so you need to have numbers there. And I'm going to know what numbers I need by looking at the data tables. So I'm going to do my graph by tens. I'm using the first one as an example. So I'm going to do by tens to label. So that I can get all the way up to 100. You see how I labeled my graph so far. I also need to give my graph a title. So I'm just going to call it Mrs. Frost Zoo. All right. So now that I have all of my information on my graph, I can start to fill in my bars. So I'm going to go back to the first page and see how many visitors visit the kangaroo. So there are 90 visitors average for the kangaroo. So I'll make my bar up to 90. And then you would fill all that in. So that would be my bar for my kangaroos. Then I can do the same with my alligator. I'm going to go back at my data table and look how many people visit the alligator. 45 visitors visit the alligator, so I'm going to go to 45. Make my bar and fill it in. All right, and then I'm going to do the same with elephant. So how many visitors have visited the elephant? 85. So I'll go up to 85, make my bar, and fill it in. Okay, so that's how you do a bar graph. Again, you'll have more than 3 animals, hopefully, for your bar graph. Okay, and then the last page is you're going to use your bar graph you just made and you're going to answer some questions. So, which was your most popular exhibit? Mine would be my kangaroos. What's your second most popular exhibit? And what are the 2 least popular exhibits? Then you need to tell me 3 more things you learned from looking at the bar graph. So maybe you could tell me, compare the 2 animals. So the alligators had less visitors than both elephants and kangaroos. And then at the bottom, You need to tell me 1 or 2 things you can do as a zookeeper to make your zoo better. So how can I get more people to go look at the alligators? Why are the kangaroos so popular? Is there something there that visitors like? So you need to tell me 1 or 2 things that you can do to make your zoo better. Okay, so that is your entire packet you're working on. If you have any questions, please let me know, and I look forward to seeing all of your projects.